Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2, where today we'll be going through possibly the final island. And that is all I got for an intro. Last time I ran all the way over there to not repeat the dialogue, so just gonna take a little gander to see what we do have going on. We got a lot of hands, criers here, can't talk to them. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to puzzle number 1 now. It's been good. We've explored enough, I think, and now we can truly see this world proper. I have had a lot of time to think about how I feel about this game, and I have put it aside, and now I will simply just continue playing through this world instead. And we'll see how we will experience the world this day. It doesn't look like I can immediately do our standard procedures of jumping over something. It's called From Within. We have fans, we have jammers, we have 2 fans. I don't know what it's gonna do if we have one jammed, one not. I'm guessing this opens eventually to show off where we will eventually leave. We will, of course, get this out of the way before we continue on. So far it looks like I am struggling to even put my head slightly through this wall, as I often am able to do. So that's looking promising. Somewhere along the line was figured out that perhaps slightly being able to clip my head through the wall, maybe not ideal. Obviously it doesn't immediately mean anything, but so far things are looking promising. We have that. We can open that fence. The fans are now on. Both fans are active in some kind of way. From both the left side and the right side. Just making sure, of course, that it's not just the top fan. You gotta be wary of these things. Occasionally, I pressed X by accident, that's why that message popped up. Occasionally they forget. That's okay. So far it seems like all of these walls are doing what they are intending to do. So far so good. And that looks like an angle that is unlikely. However, it seems like this is just another case of how to use jam. No, I can't actually jam any of these things, so that's fair enough. If I have this here, it opens quickly, which is also important. Can I, like, do this? And then move the jammer afterwards? No. Okay. Okay. So it's called From Within, which can only mean, from an inquiring mind, that you have to push this thing through a fence, yeah? I'm actually a little curious if this would work, because this has on occasion. I think the fence actually clips a little bit further into the wall, so it doesn't quite reach the edge required to just be able to place it on the other side here. It also looks like I'm just going full-on wall inspection with this game now, because it's the only way I can find any joy. But it does look like this is all not working out either, so fair enough. Fence still covers that up as well. Yeah, I'm not immediately sure what you're meant to do here. That's exciting. That's at least, you know, something. Oh, I get it now. Now I see why it's called From Within. Because you have to do it from within. Ah. Fair enough. I'll take it. It's a puzzle. It seems fairly functional. I'll take that now. That's good enough.
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in one case, Vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is.
Dang.
It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
I think we'll find a way to find meaning. Anyway, so far so good. We had a puzzle. We couldn't take anything out. We couldn't take anything in. I'll take that. I'll take that as, you know, I'll take that for what it is. Pretty incredible. I kind of want to walk around. The hands intrigue me, but obviously we'll be going there at some point, provided I don't forget. And honestly, at this point, I just kind of feel like doing a little puzzling, so either way, I'm good either way. But also, we need to find those little flames and things at some point. I'm just going to explore a little bit. You know, we've done one whole puzzle. It's time we run around. There is one of those. Now I'm actually more tempted to do more puzzles again, because now that I know you can just activate this with an activator, I'm kind of curious if they put one of those in this world as well. And whether or not we can just do that again. Because quite frankly, out of everything I've done in this game, I'd say that was the highlight of all puzzle-related solutions. It gave me the most joy for sure, and I would happily do that again. So there's a lot of big hands in this place, I'll tell you that much. Can I climb all the way up here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Either way, we have that available to us, so that's good. We're gonna give the game one more chance, and I'm just going to give a big open exploration of the land in the hopes that I can find anything of interest in the vast landscape. I'll be honest, the more I have thought about this game, the more pessimistic about it I become, and I'm noticing it in what I'm saying. Usually, I can just sort of vibe my way through these videos and not a care in the world, have a good time, just talk about nonsense, but I'm realizing I am very conflicted whether or not I actually enjoy this game. And it's starting to show. The more time I have to reflect on it, the more time is sort of digging away at what this game is, and it's unfortunate. And I really want to go back to Talos Principle 1 just to see if I just thought different back in the day, if I just didn't try as hard to like break stuff or something, because I recall my vague memory of Talos 1 was occasionally I'd be able to put like a connector on top of a small pillar, and that way I'd be able to like do the puzzle a little bit more easily than intended, but that was pretty much the main memory I had of it. There was never a point that I recall where I just straight up jumped past half of the puzzles in the game through barely any issue, really. So I don't know if I'm just misremembering Talos 1, or if I just didn't try hard enough, or whatever's happening, but there's something about this game that feels so destroyed that I'm feeling very conflicted about it. I like being a silly little goofy boy when I'm playing my video games, that's for sure. I obviously don't try to fully follow the rules that are implied by the game whenever they are presented to me, and I can see that. I am aware of this. It's just how I interact with a medium. However, I rarely have this much fall to pieces in my hands alone. Usually I need to at least look something up, and so far, genuinely the only thing I've looked up so far was to find that one flame that I didn't even need to chase because I had already fixed that issue another way by breaking my way out of a puzzle and taking puzzle pieces where they shouldn't be. Let's just do alternator. Alternator, that's what they are, the puzzle. You know, it's just, yeah, I've gotten too much time to reflect on this. I feel if I had played through this game in like the course of maybe a week or two, I wouldn't have as much time to process everything, but because I just don't have the time, simply put, yeah, I'm just sort of realizing these things slowly but surely, and giving me a lot of time to process stuff about the video game itself. It's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. You know, it is what it is. Just trying to see how I'm meant to do this. Ultimately, I guess I need to have the blue beam be blocked off, but not all the time. Like, what, first one door opens and then the other door is gonna open and then we win the game and everyone's gonna be happy. That is very much obvious. But yeah, as so much has already crumbled, I will just, at this point, just try to take the full wrecking ball to it rather than try to pretend that it's not there, because unfortunately, I am aware of it. Because wouldn't this be good? Because this would block off the blue. Yeah, isn't this... No, this isn't the whole puzzle. No, wait, it is. It could be, I think. Could it be? If I then put this maybe here? I don't know if this works. We'll see. No, it doesn't quite work because the red beam then gets in the way, doesn't it? I'm surprised it sort of charges for a second there, though. Oh, it's charging the... Right, alright, fair enough. Like this then, maybe? Eh. Does this work? No. Because now the red thing's in the way. But then the... Right, I'm dealing with the same beam over and over. I need to figure this out first. I wonder if I could just do this quick enough. It seems, once again, not quite intended, but I think it could work. Yeah, just run past it. Alright, cool. And again, there probably was a smarter solution to that, but that's fine. It's all good. Alright, so obviously I don't trust any of these fences. They do really go on for a bit here, though. I will say that. The fences keep going. I haven't immediately... You stop there. You stop that noise. I don't need you to be making a noisy noise the entire time I'm here. I just want to see if I can take this to the other side of this fence. I don't know if I can realistically do anything with it on the other side of the fence, but if there's a hole in here somewhere, I'm feeling good about it. No, there's not even that, really. Could this be the next oasis? Could this be the next world that only has one of the puzzles be so wrought with error that it destroys the rest of the puzzles in the land? Perhaps. Oasis has shown that it is possible. And I will take a little bit of hope that that can happen again. I will take that. Is this just a really big... Yeah, this seems to be a really big place. There's a chance there's something here. It does kind of just end here on this set of cliffs. But... doesn't hurt to look around a little bit, because it looks like the kind of place I don't really want to return to after I've gone through this place once. And I'm a bit worried that if there is like a flame or something here, I'm gonna end up back here again. Ah, well. Because there's all this stuff as well, and it looks like there's probably one hole that's slightly too high, and then you can just go through it, and then you suddenly end up on the other side, and then technically it's a maze. If you just believe in yourself enough, but it would be a very tedious way to hide something, so I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that there's nothing here. Until it's literally the last place I have to look, because it looks like a pain in the butt to explore, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that's not the case. I don't know what this little structure is, though. Oh, it's a bus station, of course. Yeah, I forgot about the old Roman bus stations that they had back in the day. To show off their Colosseums. But I wouldn't mind like one elevator or something just sort of stashed in one of these rocks and just be like, now you're back up there again. Do as you please, rather than... I heard you. I heard something. I don't know if it was just ambience, but it sounded like a flame. Gonna... Maybe it was just ambience, but this place is suspicious, that's what I'm saying. There's a chance. There's a chance there's some here. It might have just been a bird. I'll there is a chance. But in the instance that it's not a bird, I'm gonna be very excited. I'm pretty sure it sounded like a flame. I kind of forget what the flame sounded like. Because, again, it's been a minute. But let's just check out this upper area. Perhaps I could just hear it from downstairs. There is a cool structure here, so there's, it's feasible. They wouldn't just build a cool structure for nothing. That's what I'm always saying. I've clearly been wrong plenty of times, but they can't do it the 20th time to just build a cool structure. They can't do it 21 times is all I'm saying. They can't just, There's gonna be a cool structure with some in it. Just you wait and see. Ah, God, I'm gonna do this and then fall down somewhere along the line, aren't I? But... oh, there's such a good chance it's just a bird. The flames are also so tediously small that it's kind of difficult to tell the full difference from a distance, you know? It's so good. We're moving on. We're checking out the beautiful landscapes. The strange structures, bridges circling the place, leading to nowheres. I think I am just hearing birds. I think there's birds that sound like the bleep bloops of the flames. Perhaps, perchance. I should check this structure out, I feel. Ooh, people! That simplifies things. I'll get to that in a second. I wanna make sure I check out at least, like, the landmarks to see if there's not, like, an obvious, thingamajig somewhere along the line. That's definitely a bird, isn't it? Oh, God. Dang robot birds. It's always the robot birds that cause the most confusion. You know? I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Let's just go talk to these purple people.
Are the generators working?
Yep, all good. Those Mark IIs are real workhorses. Wow, did you finish the setup?
Yes. Sorry I couldn't wait. It was so much fun to just do something again without having to endlessly discuss it first.
I know what you mean. We have a lot of work ahead of us, though.
We do, but honestly, Cornelius, I haven't felt this excited in years. Just imagine, one day they'll come here and we'll be able to show them a whole new world. A different future right at their fingertips. You do think we can do it, right?
I think, and forgive me if this sounds sentimental, as long as we're together, we can do anything.
Ah. Well, that's a nice little sentiment, at least. I was not sure what I was looking at, but I figured it out. It is you, my best friend. From France, specifically.
In my reports to you, I have often spoken about this island in terms that some might perceive as negative. I hope you understand that the opposite is true. Here in these green hills, I see tremendous potential for transformation and spiritual awakening. I do not see the world as you do, Athena, but I see the rot at the heart of New Jerusalem. If you and Cornelius want to go through with your plan, then this is the perfect place. My students and I will help you transport the remaining tech from New Alexandria. After that, once you and Cornelius are settled, we will leave for our great journey. I can only hope that we all find what we are looking for.
That would be nice. Wait, from within. Oh. Is this puzzle? Oh, jeez. I genuinely thought it was at puzzle number 3. That I thought it was weird that my new interface content is available. Oh, that can't be it. Probably nothing. Also, I got an achievement for finding all 12 French logs, so that's good. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I thought it was weird that the lasers were already active in that puzzle, but I just didn't think much of it at the time. Thought I heard something. But, yeah, it's just a puzzle I already did. It's just a puzzle I already did. So far, everything kind of looks the same. It's... I've talked about this a lot, I feel. I don't know what I've talked about a lot anymore in this playthrough. Everything just sort of blends together after a while, but... everything's so big. Also, these walls are usually a real problem. But again, I really wouldn't have minded, and I think this is an issue I had with Serious Sam 4 as well. If they made everything maybe like a quarter of the size, maybe even smaller than that. But I don't know, maybe I'm just not the target audience. I'll be honest, I've had that thought a few times now. Maybe I'm just not the target audience for this game. But in Serious Sam 4, the art direction was very much, let's make everything big. And then figure out what we want to do. And that's how this place feels. Everything is very large all the time. And there's probably people that appreciate big. I don't know if I was meant to be able to go all the way here that easily, but I can. You know, big is certainly something to strive for if big is what you're going for. But big is usually better if there's content in the hugeness rather than just big. I like dense. Dense is good. Big, I don't care that much about big. It's a lot of walking. And it's beautiful places for a good 35% of the time. But the remainder is just swamps every time, unfortunately. So, yeah. Again, I might just not be the target audience for this. What is the purpose of this? Is there a point where I want to be in the air? Presumably. Hang on, I'm trying to... What do all the puzzle pieces do? Let's figure that out first. Does this remove the force field on the other side as well? No. Okay, well then. What does? Is there any way to remove this force field? Because this force field is really the only part of this puzzle that I'm not really grasping. I've turned this on, right? Well. If I put this in between them, it immediately stops, right? But can I not do something like that? Yeah? Oh, but I need another puzzle piece to actually keep this open, I guess. Right, okay. I'm starting to understand why this is a puzzle. Don't worry, everyone. We're getting through it. We're figuring it out. We're seeing all the puzzle pieces. So far, everything that could resemble a wall inspection has been passed with flying colors. Let me just do it one more time, because I'll be honest, I genuinely have no memory of even doing a wall inspection at this point, but... maybe I'm just too filled. I'm starting to see how the loathing towards New Jerusalem was formed by Lufthansa. But yeah, it is what it is. So far though, yeah, it seems pretty formidable. Pretty good stuff. So somehow we have to... oh, does this turn... would this fly away if I were to... oh, yeah, that would probably do it, wouldn't it? I got stuck on the wall. I got immediately stuck on the wall. Alright. Anyway, this should work, yeah. Alright, back we go. You stop that. Just stop. I don't know, this seems like plausibly something you're meant to do, right? It doesn't feel great. Right, I forgot about... I've literally done the exact same thing again. Alright, slowly but surely wins something. Someone's winning, I'm not, but someone's winning out there. That's good. So, presumably, there's a purpose for this being here. I think that is something I can say with some level of safety. That somehow this is good. Oh, yeah, no, it might actually... Well... I think it might be. I think there's a chance that it's good. Because I could, I'm basically doing the exact same thing I just did, only correct, is what I'm saying. There you go. I don't get the theme of this place. Anyway.
The scale of it all is truly breathtaking.
That's surely big.
It really is.
Yep.
But is it a human scale? Or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities.
Small town paranoia, isolationism and peasant mentality. Great for burning witches, not so great for personal freedom.
Ever the pessimist?
She right. Don't get me wrong. As a whole, as a story goes, fully on board. As something to play. as a video game to experience. I could take it smaller. I could have just a lot less. I could have significantly less world. If you're trying to tell the story with both words and visuals, by literally making every swamp huge as a metaphor for saying it's still better to have a big swamp than a little swamp, because at least in the big swamp, diversity can thrive. Yeah? I just don't think the way it's presented is working with the mechanics that are available to me. If I had a car, you know? If this game had a vehicle, I could actually just fully be on board with the size of this. But seeing as I have to walk everywhere, that is where there was just little trains everywhere. Just put some public transport in. It would really solve a lot of the issues that this place has. It's so massive. And so far, a lot of this place is just walking a big circle, trying to find the door. Which also... precision. We're moving on. We're moving on from my rants and my ravings. Wall inspection complete. So far, wall inspection pretty good, except for that one time to put massive holes in the wall. So all in all, you know, this is pretty alright. Is this turn the fan on? I'm gonna assume it's yes. Yes. Okay. I don't immediately see what the puzzle is, but it might be shown. Alright. I forgot that I was a super genius and that I can solve all puzzles in an instant. That was all you had to say about that. And I can see that. It took me genuinely longer to find the door than it did to solve the puzzle. Yeah, we're just gonna run through this one, I think. Where's puzzle number 4? I'm tired. I'm tired of this place. It's filled with so much walking, some beautiful scenery, and a whole lot of nothing. I need me some content. Stat. Yeah, I found all of them.
In the simulation, I found myself thinking how hard it must have been for Alexandra to die without knowing if her sacrifices were worth it. It seemed like a tragic end to an inspiring, meaningful life. But now I realize her whole life must have been a struggle. To maintain that faith in humanity when so many people around her insisted that humans are evil, worthless, when they were so lost in self-hatred that they would call their own species a virus. how did she do it? How did she maintain her faith when they were so determined to hate themselves? So determined to reject every solution, every analysis, every step towards controlling the forces that were causing their problems, when they rejected even the concept of progress itself, and then patted themselves on the back for it as if that was original. When I look at the archives now, all I can see is that their leaders were short-sighted idiots and their intellectuals were unimaginative cowards. All they could offer people was a downward trend. Fewer rights, fewer freedoms, fewer resources for anything that mattered. They must have hated Alexandra and everything she stood for. So how did she have so much faith?
There is something to say that the voice logs are good. Like, the voice logs, I genuinely think tell the story better than the dialogue system ever could, and that is also just an unfortunate feeling I have about the game. Hey, speaking of the dialogue system.
I wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I know we're all worried about Byron, especially Al, and I don't want to minimize what happened. But now that the mayor's here, I'm afraid they're going to take this and turn it into a reason to bury their head in the sand. Yes, Byron was rash. He wanted to find Athena so badly that it made him blind. But the thing is, he was right. He was completely and utterly right about what this technology could mean to us. I didn't see it at first, but now it couldn't be more clear to me. The theory of everything is the future. And if we reject it, we're condemning ourselves to a slow death.
Yeah.
I'm glad. You know, I didn't even realize how much I'd limited my own imagination. How I talked myself into just accepting this incredibly poor future we'd been offered. A future where things just keep getting slightly worse every day, and we accept it because we're ashamed of ourselves. Not of something we've done, but just of our existence. Like we're a virus on this planet. Like our humanity is a sin. I'm so tired of it, 1K. I kept my head down. I focused on fixing things. But that's all I ever did. I never improved anything. I never built anything new. And when I imagine going on like this for thousands of years, that's a fate worse than death. It really is. Either we accept, like you said, that it's our cosmic duty to spread consciousness, and we do it boldly and proudly, or we might as well switch ourselves off.
Yeah.
We better, because I don't think I can handle the alternative.
Provided she say what I think she is, she's alright. I just don't have the capacity to process fully everything that is being told to me in this game in the span of 1 second. Perhaps if I reflect upon it for yet another week, I'll figure out whether or not I fully understood what you said, but until that point, probably alright. There's the thing we have to follow. I'm gonna say... oh, there's a thing there, actually. Actually, I'll go there first, because that's a Sphinx, and that means there's still, like, things to do. I've fully lost my train of thought as well. So, yeah, we're just gonna go to that thing right there. I think it's unlikely we're gonna find an activator in this world, because so far the theme of this place is... I don't... some with connectors and having them be connected to multiple things is sort of what I guess they're going for. Occasionally there's a fan involved. I thought I'd just real quickly walk to the Sphinx, but it turns out that this place is a nightmare, and unfortunately I will be walking for possibly the rest of my existence. Oh good, the death music has started playing. Perhaps I've gone out of bounds by accident again. There is a puzzle there. How do I get up this? Do I need to go up there? What is that? Interesting. We'll get back to this. I suppose I could just photo my way up to the Sphinx if I really needed to, but then ultimately I still need to grab the flame that is dropped once that happens. So that doesn't work. One thing that I can say for sure, though, is that we found all of the purple people in the game, because I got an achievement for it. So if there's any more purple people in the game, they are sneaky. Sneaky purple people. Is my theory. They've accepted an oath of sneakiness. Where am I? Oh god, I am so lost in this world. Have we interacted with this? Probably, right? Shh, that scared me. Possibly not? No, we haven't. It's a bit difficult to say using the mechanics we have at our disposal, because everything sort of falls into each other with the compass system that the game offers to us, unfortunately. Oh, it's orbs. Big orbs up in here. That's nice. So I've fully lost the Sphinx. I don't know what I did. I thought I was running back, and clearly I wasn't. And now we're where we are. So that's probably fine. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Everything's okay again. We're back on track to try and find a ledge in the hope that it can take us to the top of this cliff. Alternatively, I could real quickly go into photo mode and just see, you know, is it a Sphinx? Just to see what I have to deal with, you know, because oh, good. Oh, Jesus. That's like the one thing I didn't want to see, but it's a bunch of hands, and then there's a switch near the bunch of hands in one of these little alcoves, I guess. Good. And then at some point, we'll be able to go up here, and it's gonna be great. I suppose there's a chance that there isn't like a million of those things that also have hands next to it. And that is an exciting prospect for sure. Because, you know, how frequently do you see that many hands next to each other near an alcove? Not that frequently, I hope. Because the moment it becomes more than once, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be very annoyed. And I think I already went into this recording with a less than optimistic attitude towards the situation. So that's not gonna help, it's just gonna burn things down further. And that's not good. Anyway, let us explore the place a little more. We still have flames to find. I don't know if I found all the flames in all the other areas. There's like, there's a snow level that I did where I'm not 100% sure if I found 2 of them. Here's one. So that's positive. But we do have an even number of flames, so there's like a chance. Although I don't know if that number goes down if you turn them in at the big golden door. Or what. I don't know. It's all good. We're just gonna go for a wander. It helped us find the first flame at least, so that's nice. Everything here is very much on top of a cliff. I don't trust that. I think I've gone down these enough to realize that it's fun that they're there, but you know what. But usually, it leads to one very simple conclusion. The ledge that you see slightly below you, that could perhaps have a cave on the other side of the wall that you can't quite see from that angle. It's not there. There's never a cave. It's genuinely never been a cave. It genuinely will never be a cave. Give up. You can just give up on it. Maybe there's one in the game somewhere. with the most beautiful Easter egg ever put in a video game. But quite frankly, I'll bet the lives of all those dear to me that that's probably not the case. So it's, you know, I don't know who's going to take that bet. It's a pretty horrific thing to bet on. But, you know, sometimes you gotta feel confident about stuff. I feel confident that since this is possibly the last chase sequence in the game, they're gonna make it the best one. Lasting for 1,000 years, if not longer. There's a singular tree up there, and that kind of intrigues me. So I kind of want to go up there to see if there's anything up there. Oh. What puzzle is this? 6? Oh. I guess we'll get around to doing this. We'll just do mobile instruments first. Let's just do real quick, though. I don't know where I put the connector that I took out of that one puzzle, but that's fine. It doesn't look like there's any of those weird beam puzzles where I need to take a beam from a million miles away anywhere here, so that's all good. We have a box. Boxes are fun. We need that beam to be on this side, I suppose. That's not the way. You never know. This is on, or it can be on. We can turn it off using the box. The fact that that flame is that high is interesting to me specifically. There's a switch. Oh, there's a platform. Wait. Don't I need another boy for the platform? To be anything, really? Did I miss a boy? It's irrelevant, because the exit's right there, but did I miss a boy? Oh god. Wait, where did I... Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to be where I dropped it, but sure. Yeah. Planned that. Very good. Let me take that back. Because this doesn't... Yeah, that doesn't work. How does this work, actually? I don't fully know. Is there a way to use platforms that I am unaware of? Like, I guess you could do that, but then you can't really put anything on top of it anymore. What is your purpose? What are you doing? I don't know. I don't fully understand how platform comes into play in this. Unless I have to have the beam balance on my head. Which I guess might be possible. Although again, I thought I would need a second little creature for that. Unless I could just do something like this. That'd be pretty good. Can I do something like that? Where'd the... Wait, where did the box go? Oh. That's impressive distance. It just falls down. That's sad. Wait, no, it's on my head. I am carrying it. Also, I've been told you can press H for third person view. Anyway, we're never gonna use that. But you can at least see. This is technically something you can do. If it's useful, that's a second thing, I suppose. Oh, yeah, it is useful. Alright, cool. I get it. What's the box for, then? Oh, to put the thing on. Right, alright, yeah. Because then you would... God. You need to be here. You need to... You need to... Yeah. And then we do this a few times. Oh, does that work, actually? Oh, that's much easier than what I was trying to do. Fruitlessly. Because then we can do something like that. And then we just drop it, yeah? Yeah. Look at that. Look at us solving a puzzle. Normally. Ignoring the fact that I could jump over a wall with extreme ease. Playing the game, it was meant to be played. How do I get up there, though? Oh, let me rephrase this. How do I get up there in a way that doesn't let me just take the box out of this puzzle? As it turns out, I probably don't. I probably don't have a way to do that. The box is just mine now. I mean, like, at some point, there's a lack of attempt. is the point I'm trying to make. Where's this boy going? Is it just gonna stop and... No, it's just gonna keep going. I'm gonna look at the funny little structure near puzzle number 6 in a second, but that's a ways away. We're just gonna follow the little blob. I still haven't seen anything that looks like an activator. Nice to know that there's another mechanic of the platforms that I wasn't aware of, though. Or at least, not in that method. I don't think I've seen that before, but maybe I just, if any instance I ran into that, I just cheated. There's a chance. Is this the... Oh, this might actually be the place. I got a lot of puzzles going on at the same time right now, but I'm guessing that is, that the alcove is over here. Yeah, puzzle number 8. That we need to do for the Sphinx. Whoosh. You'd think that in this world... I was gonna say you'd think that in this world you'd also get the beam puzzle, so you get one of each, but I guess this technically doesn't have to be the last puzzle. So much as it is just... it happens to be for me. That's okay, take your time. Yep. Keep going. Hey, we did it. We did it. Hey, huzzah.
God appears, and God is light, to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day?
I do really like Prometheus's voice. I will say that. It's a good voice. I truly wish for nothing more than the finding of that one switch. Hang on. Where's the... It's so small. I wish you could zoom in on this, you know? But you can't. Is it like here, maybe? It's sort of... It's ambiguous to me, but then I am not very smart. But I did just go through a hole, so I'm guessing maybe this is just where it... Oh. What? What do you want from me? Can you go through all of these? Oh. Well, maybe I just have to go through one of them. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Hey, there we go. Yay! And we're at puzzle number 8, so we could just do that immediately as well. All we now have to do is find one more flame, and we're done with the exploration side of things, except for maybe finding Weird Orange Man and, what's his name? No, Trevor. Yeah, Trevor. I forgot about Trevor entirely. Anyway, we had a box from a puzzle that we basically were forced to take, so I'm gonna say this is definitely part of the puzzle as well. Realistically. So all we need to do now is get sort of past this. The walls are solid, so that's good. I say that. Let's not be too hasty. We all remember World 1. But it does look, it looks promising. In terms of the standard wall inspection shenanigans, it's looking pretty good. What I'd also like, actually, is that the compass wouldn't go away when you enter a puzzle. And that's more... It doesn't matter that much, I'll be honest. I just wouldn't mind it. I would be okay with that, if that was the thing. That's just a thing you cannot step on. Alright, so we got a puzzle on our hands. We have to do some thinking. So far, every puzzle in this place has been solved in perhaps 2 minutes, but maybe this one will be different. We can put that over here if we want to have another box-ish. At least I assume you would be able to grab that from there, yeah. Now, is there a purpose to having 2 boxes? I guess you'd have 1 box on this side. And then you can take the other box. Or a connector. So we'd have 2 boxes at our disposal. Now, as we all know, with 2 boxes, we can create a small staircase. Relatively easily. Yep, yeah, that looks normal. Yeah, no, that's just how height works. So I'd have a box there. Like, what would that do? Like, all right, let's give it a second and be normal about this. Let's see if we had 2 boxes. Does this stay on? It does. Okay. The plot has thickened. Can I do this? Is that in any way positive? Maybe if I didn't jump quite so far. Yeah, because this could be a problem. Because I kind of jumped as far forward as I feasibly could. There we go. I'll take it. I mean, it feels off, but yeah. I'll take that as a solution. I don't think there's much else I can do.
Any signs of Cornelius? Could he have returned to the island?
Nothing so far. But he knows this place better than any of us, and we have no idea what he's up to.
I don't know if I did a wall inspection on this one, but quite frankly, if I can just leave like that, I'm good. I'll just leave. It's all good, actually. Some things don't need a wall inspection when there's no purpose, you know? Like, sometimes you have, like, a door in the middle of the road with no walls next to it. You don't necessarily need to walk through the door, is what I'm saying. You can just walk around it. And that's what we're dealing with today. And then, you know, if there's no need to look at the door at that point. It doesn't add anything. It's a wrong door. And I will not grant it any of my time. If I have done a wall inspection, then obviously that point is a bit moot, but I don't remember it, so there you go. Ho, ho, ho. What is this little tower, though? Have I gone to this little tower before? The reason why I wish to know is that there's still one little flame somewhere, presumably, that I need to deal with, and well, I've just been mindlessly running around, haven't I? I haven't really had a purpose while running in this place here. So there's a good chance that I'm missing something in an obvious spot regarding tiny flames. Hey, there's Trevor. Trevor end. I think it didn't end well for Trevor, but I mean, that was kind of a given. At least, wait, who said that actually? Author Athena.
Everybody's gone except me and Alex. She's upstairs somewhere. Haven't talked to her in days. The only reason why I know she's still alive is she's submitting bug fixes. I still have a lot to do myself. I've almost got the the tertiary backup thing working. This is the one that's really gonna last if everything else breaks. And you know what? I think everything else might. The MLA still giving me all these hiccups, but I don't know. I'm not a software guy. All the software guys, yeah, they're dead. God, these time capsules went a bit sideways, didn't they? I was gonna tell you all about myself, John Carpenter, and all that stuff, but mostly I just told you about Alex. funny. I wonder if I should just... I should just tell her. You know? Just tell her. Just tell her. Maybe later. I gotta finish this first.
It's a sad ending to a character, unfortunately. I'm just gonna move on. That's a shame. I'm very annoyed. Like, the reason it's a sort of interesting character development, and the one thing I can think of is I thought I was in puzzle number 5, but realistically I was in puzzle number 4 again, because I can't understand the compass even 1500 hours into this game. This thing doesn't even exist. It's not even on the compass. Why is it not on the compass? I'm just a very frustrated person today. I don't know. I'll be honest, I was having a pretty good day. I was chilling, I was having a good time. But something about this game just rubs me the wrong way, and I think it is... it's affecting me. I think that's, well, we'll just leave it on. Even Trevor, you know? Even Trevor sort of at least had a thing going on for him. He had some sort of character.
A hammer forges, and a hammer breaks. But who can know the heart of the blacksmith?
All that's in my mind is like... Just like in Talos 1, they made pretty good voice logs. And they added a dialogue system. And I think the dialogue system today is just oddly frustrating to me for some reason. I don't know why. I just feel like it's not done well. That's being very frank about it, I suppose, but that is my true and honest feeling about it. And with that, we're just going to move on. There's a part of me that wants to climb this mountain because I want to see what's on the other side. I mean, it's very likely it's just the edge of a cliff. So far, this whole world has been sort of dangling on the top of a mountain, and everything down is just, well, cliff, really. But it would be nice if we could just climb this, you know? Oop. But even with the box, I don't really have a place to put it. Is a shame. I just want to look around a little bit more. I do often say that I like the walking around aspect of this game. And to some extent, that's still true. Oh, yeah. Even, maybe I should have been making these voice logs, because even I'm becoming just morbidly annoyed by the state of everything. Which is sort of where most voice logs went. Everyone's just kind of annoyed at the state of it all. So maybe I am fully immersed in the story that is being told, where everyone's just a bit frustrated with the whole situation. And I too, for fully different reasons admittedly, am feeling some level of frustration about various aspects. Like this hole right here. That hole has frustrated me more than I can possibly say. It just feels like, I don't know, this feels like there's something behind this. But I've had that thought before, and it has burnt me every single time. It's a long journey to the void. it's a long journey to a void that is much easier to reach in other ways. But maybe this is the one. Maybe this will be the one that leads to the cool stuff. Maybe this is the one that shows me all the secrets of the land. Or it is exactly identical to all the other places that we visited so far. Only one way to find out. We have a box and a dream. I'm excited. Just get me on top of anything. Just any of these little ridges are so close. And yet I slide. That could be the name of my autobiography as this is the last thing I do in life, and yet I slide. If I had a second box, and I could get a second box actually. I think I would be able to get on top of this relatively easily. I just don't know if this is like the fortress that I'm trying to enter as well. That's like maybe I'm skipping 2 bridges by doing this, and you know, the bridges are such a fundamental mechanic of this game that they will do everything in their power to stop you from skipping them. Yeah. Should I come back here with 2 boxes? Should I leave this place alone? I don't know. I don't know. We're moving on. Where is this? We're puzzle number triangle, I'm assuming. It's a bit flooded. I have a box with me. The wall inspections of this place, they're going alright. The walls themselves, you know, again, except for that one big hole that was there. So I haven't used any of these actually. That's pretty good. But yeah, the walls, except for the one time, pretty alright. Oh, there's no way we couldn't get this box out of here, yeah? I mean, this place is filled with ridges on the side. Exit's right there. We need a box to reach the exit. There's holes on the side of the puzzle. Hang on. Hang on. I have silly business to try and do. What do we need red for? What do we need red for? Is red even needed? Does red need to be here? Presumably. I suppose with what we've learned so far, red can be used to block the beam, provided we had more than one beam. Oh, this... Oh, now I see. Because this turns on the... You get it? Turns on the thing. It turns on this force field that's blocking me. I kind of want to solve at least one puzzle like this. Which functionally, it's basically the same as all my other wall shenanigans. But it would be nice if we could just have at least one puzzle where I could just place the box on the other side by accident. Through a laser to block it and then move on. I just think that would be neat. What I'm not really seeing is what I meant to do. Could I do this? I mean, I still need the box at the end there to leave this place, I suppose. Because that looks like a slightly too high ledge that requires at least a box, you see. So we got that going for us. This still reaches. If I do this, it turns off immediately. Which obviously isn't great. I'm failing to see how to use red, is more the thing. I'm trying to see also if I can take the connector with me somehow, but that obviously doesn't seem too viable either. But the moment I put red in here, it just doesn't really do a whole lot, is the thing. Like, this isn't any... Well. I'll be honest, I don't know what I did. I will and truly have no idea what I just did. But I'll take it. Hang on, so...
I'm not surprised that the Founder chose you, 1K. You're very much like her.
What?
Inquisitive, intelligent, and dedicated.
No,
But
I'm...
remember, intelligence by itself has little value unless it is ethically applied.
Oh, I think I accidentally just placed the box in the right spot. Alright, cool. I'm smartest puzzler. Yeah. Yeah, feeling good. Ay. Anyway. I'd like to get this second box out for a wall I'd like to climb, please. So, if you could just let me... I think it occasionally says that I can't drop the box here. That's really all it's saying. So this might actually be a wall that functions. Which is a shame, because I really would like to have that box on that side, because I want to see what's over there. But unfortunately, the holes in this wall function. So, yeah, that's a shame. However... Does that matter? Nope. Doesn't. Alright, so we have two boxes. Let's go see, once again, if we can climb... I think it was here. A little bit further up, I think. I wish I'd taken the other box. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, good. So if I put this here... Here-ish? Hopefully it doesn't slide out too much. And then we can go get the other box. Which, again, was quite tricky to get out of the puzzle. I did have to jump once, so... And I had to place a box there as well. One of 3 puzzle pieces that we had available to us. So it required a little bit of thought, for sure. But with all this... yeah, you move a lot here, eh? It says jump here every now and then. There we go. Oh. There. Nope. There we go. Now we can at least look around the place a little bit. And again, when you see stuff like this, it's like, well, I know what I'm in for. But I might as well enjoy myself a little bit in the only way I know how, which is jumping around. At least see the sights a little bit more than perhaps the average denizen of Puzzle Land. But it does look like, yeah, it's just a cliff. It's slightly more unreachable cliff, but yeah, it's all just cliff, innit? I mean, there's some shadows here from, I'm guessing, that structure. Yeah, the shadows just kind of go on there for a while, but that's fine. We got some of these lovely hills. Once there are places which I think are meant to be rocks and are just grass instead, you know, it's like, oh, well, probably not meant to be here, eh? And that's okay. I know where I'm meant to be and where I'm not meant to be. I just go. And they do look quite nice still. There is some places to explore, and even in these lands, that are just visually quite appealing anyway. Maybe I'm just not seeing the bigger picture of Crow Team's art design. Maybe if I learn to appreciate landscapes. Because I suppose, as a person from the Netherlands, I am mostly familiar with flat surfaces. And once you've seen one large flat surface, you've basically seen most of the Netherlands. If you've seen a table in life, you've mostly seen, I mean, realistically, the majority of my country, really. And you would think that finally getting to see slopes, mountains, whatnot, all that stuff, it would leave quite the impression on a person like me who has only really experienced the life of flat surfaces. And yet, I think I'm gonna be stuck here in well, now really, I think I'm stuck, is more the point. And yet, I am failing to appreciate large open landscape with mountains and things and such. Things barely ever seen by a person like me. Provided I have to take what feels like excruciatingly long walks through them. So, it's a shame, innit? Anyway. I'm out of here. Is there anything... I don't... Like, I'm guessing that the only place I can actually go inside those little holes was the one near the hands, because the Sphinx puzzle was there, but I haven't actively tried to see if that's true. I just really hope it's not the case that you can go inside one of them and one of them houses the final flame, provided we found all the other flames. Because it just sounds like very tedious. I just don't want to deal with it, is more the thing. To go through each and every one of those individual tiny holes in the hopes that there is, perhaps, a little bit of spicy candy in there. However, as far as places go to explore, it is my #1 suspect right now. Not so much because I've already explored everything, but more, I can just see someone putting something there. It's more the thing. And I'd understand why they do it. I just feel like it wouldn't be very inspired. I just hope it's not the case. But we'll see. Maybe we'll just stumble upon it somewhere, as we have with many of the other flames as well. Maybe we won't. Hidden in time for the rest of our lives, or until I look up a guide. And then look up another guide if the first one doesn't work for me. Because it was too complicated for me to understand. Also just not 100% sure what I have and haven't explored, which doesn't help. Also, I can clearly see the flame over there, which I think also... Oh, is this just I did not register that as being what it was. Oop. Very good. I didn't get an achievement, so I'm guessing I didn't find all of them. is my current worry. But that's fine. I also don't currently have a compass because I left the puzzle in a weird way, so that's not great. Also, we still have to find the big yellow boy. So we still got some stuff to look for. I hear a pigeon, I think. A wood pigeon, perhaps? I only recently learned. When I say recently, it's I mean somewhere in the last year, but I was told at some point this year that the sound a bird makes depends on the bird, which I think, you know, saying it like that is fairly self-explanatory, but it's more like the specific warble of a bird can then be like, oh, that's that type of bird, just from sound alone, and I think that's neat. I think that's a neat little things birds do that I was not fully aware of to the extent in which a birds around. I think that's cool. Perhaps, again, with, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to get more appreciative of just birds. I don't know. I think eventually you just get fascinated with birds. I think that's just a thing that's sort of unavoidable as life progresses. Because if I was a bird right now, I'd be able to just fly into this puzzle rather than spending another eternity trying to find the door for the 15th time. But anyway, rerouting. We have a puzzle on our hands. We have no puzzle pieces yet. We have 2 puzzle pieces already. Just gonna connect this for fun. We'll see if it does anything in the long run. What would red do for me? What red does for me is a wall inspection. That's what red does for me. So far, though, these force fields, top-notch. Top-notch force fields. It's irrelevant, but it's top-notch force field. I'll tell you that much. So this will almost certainly have to be here at some point, yeah? That's the end. Oh, that closes it. Oh, that's gross. Don't like that. Can I hit that from here? Yes. Because then I can do that if I had this open. So this is like an eventual thing. So that's exciting. Oh, but I can... Right. I didn't mean to do that. Do this. Then I can move this piece. No, I cannot. No, that's not how that works. Because I kind of need this beam to be beaming as well then. Well, this isn't great. How do I make this happen? Because this thing's in the way. Ah! What a conundrum. What a bother. Ugh! Terrible. To get in a situation like this. Yeah, I actually don't know. Not immediately seeing it. That's always nice. That's a good time. When a single thought needs to be had, I'd say that's good. I'm curious about one thing, though. And it's not the thing that anyone's hoping for. Okay, that doesn't just end there. That's good. That's good. Don't worry about my thought process. It is unrelated to puzzling. It certainly is what it is. Can I... What can I do with you? Oh, what can I do with you, though? I'm just wondering if I need that, really. If I were to do this, then I can't then remove it later, which... Because then it turns off again. We've been through this. We've been through this game. Because now if I move this, that's not going... It's going to close again. That's no good. From here, I can't really do anything. Yeah, I actually don't know. I assume some way. I meant to do something here. I think that's a pretty good description of what I meant to do. In some kind of way, I meant to do a thing. Because I could do this, but that doesn't really change the situation that much, does it? What does rerouting mean in this context? I don't... Oh my god, this is so... Okay. I'm starting to sort of understand how this works, but I don't like it. Because I think this was still connected to that, which was connected to this, which was connected to that as well, and then when I removed the... Jesus. Anyway. I can do this now. And now I need red there, yeah, alright. But if I now remove this, that's not great. Because then the door closes. God. I want to do something, and I'm worried that it's going to ruin everything, but it might not, and that's a pretty good situation. You know? Kind of want to do this, but I feel like this is going to just close the door. But it didn't. because now this beam is going back there, which then goes here, and then there's that. So this beam is no longer necessary. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, I hate this. I don't... Oh god. I don't have the brain capacity for this nonsense. Alright, so I basically just need everything connected to everything all the time. If I... Yeah, with this I could keep the door open, but I need to have everything basically be hit all the time, all the time. Yeah. Yeah. And now we can move this again. Alright, that's pretty good. I'll give you that. That's a pretty good puzzle. It's such a frustrating game. It's such a combination of they're so extremely capable, but it just rubs me the wrong way. They're so good at what they're doing. And it's such an obscure invention of mechanics to all go together and still work. How's that not puzzle number 8? Honestly, though. Like, how is that not puzzle? I mean, obviously, once you realize you can just keep everything connected to each other, you do get through it relatively quickly, but the journey of getting there is good. That's the thing. There's so much good in this game, but then at this... it just doesn't balance this. I'm so frustrated. It's fine. I'm not that mad. I'm just very conflicted. I'm very conflicted about this game. Because on the one hand, you have puzzles like that, and then on the other hand, you have puzzles where you like... where you strafe on a fan, and then whoops, you're on the other side of the puzzle. Because they didn't take into account that that's a possibility. Anyway. Cool. I like that. That's cute. There's a ladder here to leave. Do I want to leave that place? Probably. I only have one connector. I need the red beam to get the jammer out. Curious about one thing real quick. The ladder is just so I don't get stuck here, but let's just quickly do a wall inspection. You know, just making sure everything's good, everything's proper. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Everything's okay. We can turn that back on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, right. I see what you're saying to me. You're being very clear about it, actually. Just do that. This probably works, right? No. Am I seeing what you're saying? Hang on. No, I'm not seeing what you're saying. Oh, this could be bad, actually. Did I mess it up entirely? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Whoops, because there's no ladder here. Alright, now I see what you're saying. Now that I've messed it up dramatically, we can be serious about this. We can be serious puzzlers. Serious puzzlers. We've done the puzzle seriously. Only one checkpoint. Pretty good stuff. Good stuff. Right. That is an issue, isn't it? How tight is this wall, though? Just asking for a friend. The friend is me. Alright. So we can do this. So now we're here. And this is jammed. Oh, we can take it out. Alright. Alright, we can just move it. No complications here, actually. Now, having blue would be nice. And we will have blue. With relative ease. Oh, but there's another one. That's where the puzzle comes in. Because we, of course, have the theme. Things need to turn on and off all the time and all that stuff. So presumably... I think I get it. It's just that I need to wrap my brain around it. I think the whole... I think it's just this, right? I don't think I need to do that either, actually. That might also be... I need to specifically not do that, I think. There we go. Because then I can do this. But that doesn't... Right, I can't move my jammer at that point. If I keep that open... Then... I would be able to move the jammer here. But then I'd have the red beam in the way. Is that bad? I'm not 100% sure, actually. I mean, this situation isn't great, I'll tell you that much. Like, this is sort of what I had in mind in terms of being able to go through the doors. It's just that once... God, I hate this. Yeah, right. So we're getting somewhere. Not quite where I'm aiming to be. Like one step off where I am intending to be. The fact that this is here. Oh, yeah. Would something like this work in any meaningful way? Where did I have it? I had it here, which is actually maybe just bad. If I have it here instead, then I can turn that on every now and then. Let's first just get the jammer out of there, because I think that's actually just a problem. But we could... If we have this one basically just turned on all the time... Would that help me though? Would that really help me? Because I think that's just going to cause more problems if there's one always active. I can't hit them from here. That's a pointless thought. I think there's some level of correctness about this. I can't get all the puzzle pieces in my head correctly right now. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this in my head, but once I start brute forcing it, it never looks great. So, if I were to do this, it would just be red. If I were to do this, it wouldn't become blue, because both red and blue are going in the same place. So that's just nothing. So presumably, I need something like this, where it either hits red or blue. If I put it here, similar situation. Can't just make it red now, even if I do this, because then it's both red and blue hitting each other. No good. So, if we put it here, we can choose which puzzle piece we want to hit. But I can't really move things around. How did I get the jammer here last time? Now that's the thing I don't really remember. And I feel like if I do remember that, that's going to make life significantly easier. So I suppose I could do this. Then jam this from the inside. And that gives me the freedom to then move this here. So that's then there, and then I can do this part the way I was doing it just now. Do I need to keep red open? No. Because if we keep red open, then we can't make it blue again. Yeah? That's not reaching. So that's not ideal either. But that's a problem we'll deal with in a second. Don't get me wrong, I know how to cheese this because of the way the structure is laid out, and I think I have a box out there somewhere, which I don't know where the box is gone, I'll be honest, but I'm gonna try to, for once, given how fast all the other puzzles went, to just at least, you know, try for once in my life. Alright. So that would allow us to... am I just meant to move back and forth? Maybe I'm overthinking this. Like, I'm trying to do too much from this position. When that's not what you're meant to do. But so far, every puzzle's been about turning a door on and off, and then suddenly you were able to do stuff, so... Maybe it is just something like that. God, I'm so close. There is an achievement for spending 20 minutes on one puzzle, and I haven't gotten it yet, because I always just end up being like, we could just do this instead, and then calling it a day. But I think that's not... I want to just see if I can at least do one sort of difficult thing slightly normally once in my life. And surely, with enough dedication, we can manage that. I am, however, a silly goose. And that's the main problem we're having to deal with here. So we can keep that open. Now we can make it red. Let's try this. I haven't really tried this that much. It's just that once I do this... Like, this position feels wrong. Is it not enough to just have it... No, because then I can't get the jammer. Right. I'm starting to remember what the problems with the puzzle were. I wonder if something like that's possible. Oh, could I do this actually? Right. That's maybe something. Because now I have that open. This feels wrong, but let's give it a shot anyway, just for fun, yeah? Because now this will still be closed, and that's obviously not an ideal thing when you're trying to go through that. But, no wait, I can't get the jammer now. Yeah. Such a predicament. It's a weird position to be in though, here. Sort of surprised that this is even an option. Just one little wall inspection on the way, but we can clearly see the wall, it just keeps going. So, you know, it's a nice half and half. That's what we call that in the field. Let's make you blue again. I'm gonna get through this, don't worry. It's gonna take some time. Little girl in the middle, but we'll get through this. It's just gonna take a minute. We're just for once. One time. Just gonna spend a little bit of time on it. Right. But this could work, actually. Oh, maybe that could work, actually. Blue. If I have this, take. And then we turn it red. And then we... Alright, yeah. What if I do this, though? What if I do that, though? And that gives me a long passageway to the end, and we realized that 3 days ago. Oh, yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, my thought process kind of keeps leaving me, which is a bit of an issue. That doesn't seem great. Don't worry, we'll just give me 15 more minutes to get the achievement, and then we can move on. I feel like I'm massively overthinking this. Like, part of me is very much yelling at me, saying I'm overthinking this in the worst ways. And maybe I am. You know? Maybe it is just a matter of putting it here. And occasionally moving a jammer around. I wish you could unjam something. That would really make things a lot easier. I don't... Alright. Hang on. So if I do this, it turns blue. And then if I do this, it stops right. Okay, yeah. I think that's at least part of what I was missing. But now I do... Okay, so... Okay. There you go. That's it. That's the puzzle. Took a year. But we got there. I am physically capable of solving a puzzle. Oh, that's the last puzzle. That's the achievement.
Congratulations. That one looked difficult.
It was surprisingly tricky. But yeah, I did just get the achievement for solving all regular puzzles. So, thanks, achievement, for letting me know. We still haven't found the gold creature. I don't really know where to look. I don't really know which parts of this place we have and haven't explored. We've seen that, obviously, because, well, the big island's in it. I'm tempted to go to the big tower and do all that, and then just do a big circle across the land and then calling it a day if I haven't found him yet. I think that's probably my best way of going about this, because otherwise... I don't really have a direction, do I? So... feels like a good enough starting point to at least get sort of a sense of the place and see if there's any obvious places that I can reach and whatnot. Does this bridge look skippable? If I had one box, probably not. If I had two boxes, probably not. If I had three boxes, probably not. Unless the box would get me to climb this here like a ledge. But I feel like I would be able to do that without a box as well, given the circumstances. So I think we're just gonna have to make at least one more bridge this game. And I'll be honest, I have never been this excited to build a bridge in my life. Because it might genuinely... Well, I say that. I was like, maybe it'll be the last bridge. But there's a good chance we're still gonna have to enter the megastructure one more time. And so far that generally leads to having to build yet another bridge. Well, this is about as wrong as it can be. Let's try that again. Let's not think about this too much, because usually, actually, it is like the first puzzle piece that you can realistically place down, and then you just go all the way onwards. This time, though, it actually doesn't seem to be the case. See, it was different. Similar situation. Let's just try first puzzle piece each time. That didn't work. Didn't really try the first puzzle piece either, which sort of didn't help the situation, I suppose. Like that. Hey! Surprisingly quick bridges. Love a surprisingly quick bridge. Now, who's waiting for us at the top of this here fortress tower thing? I'll not even press a button at the top of the elevator, which makes the cutscene move from a weird angle. I'll be very serious about this. It's you.
You have heard the myths of gods and titans. But as you approach the end of your journey, I will tell you the truth that all men fear. The truth that neither Pandora nor the Sphinx will face. There are no gods, son of man. There are no titans, no heroes to save you, no divine judge to weigh your soul against a feather. Nature has no will, and she is not your mother. There is only you, and the spark of the sublime that is your mind. As for myself, I never brought the flame to humankind as the stories tell. I only showed you where it was within yourselves.
I just want to find Byron.
It is that voice within you which says, I am that I am. I will be what I will be.
But where's Byron, though?
As you freed me, so I will help you free your friend. When you are within Olympus, follow my signs.
All right, it's time to do this. Let's go get Byron.
You say that, but I still have an island to explore, I'm afraid. So we're gonna have to at least wait a little bit. But I'll get back there eventually. One thing about the... You know, I haven't talked enough about the dialogue system of this game. It's about time we get back on that subject. Because I have just been playing a second playthrough of this sort of normally and just picking different options to see what the outcome is, and every time it just sort of feels like you're arguing on social media. It just feels like someone just pops up and goes, ah, but you didn't think about this, you see. And then just comes up with whatever the opposite is of what it is you just said, through either some sort of vague theoretical situation or something else that it doesn't really... You only have like 4 options and all of them suck. It doesn't have any consequence on anything. There is, of course, a few things where you do need to at least sort of interact with the dialogue system to get. There is some achievements for making character A mayor of the town and then character B mayor of the town, and I suppose that is probably something you achieve through talking with the different characters and saying presumably specific things. But for the most part, it seems that everything you say is to give the next line of dialogue a little spice, and then to just move on with whatever it was they're saying. And it doesn't feel like where am I going with this? It just doesn't feel... It feels like none of the dialogue matters is the thing. It's like all the dialogue was just... It's nice that you have the options to at least respond. But the responses feel so limited that you can't really... It's not a conversation. It's not a conversation you're having with the other person. Unless you genuinely feel that the best conversations are had yelling at people on social media, which is... You do you, I suppose, but it's... I don't have the energy for this anymore, you know? Getting too old for this stuff. I'm starting to understand why people say that as life progresses. I've got different things which have higher priorities to me to do. Whether or not they are better things, that is for everyone else to judge. But in my eyes, I would rather not. I would rather not. I'll be a hermit for the rest of my life. That's just how things go. Just live on a mountaintop and ponder. Hey, there's the gold person. That's good. I don't know if there's anything else left to explore then on this island, actually.
What did it mean in the end to be Straton? To have few friends and many enemies? To write harsh words because it seemed necessary? To pursue the truth at the expense of all else, of family, of love? To pursue that one principle to the point of death? Is that what I was? A life lived against the tides of history, broken, jagged, unrelenting. Not a kind old man beloved of his children and then forgotten, but a thorn, a rock in a shoe, insisting on the truth until it becomes a hideous, frightening thing that cannot be tolerated, even by those who agree with it. Was that a good life?
Solid question, but also I think we missed one because didn't get an achievement for it. That's just purely what I'm basing it on. Also, what is happening here?
I'm tired of waiting. Sometimes I think Mother is stalling. Like, we could already be done with this, but she's afraid of what will happen if we contact New Jerusalem. Our discoveries are amazing, world-changing. But how much longer can we sit around on this island? None of it means anything if people don't know about it. Can they really be so afraid of change?
Sort of vaguely surprised that that existed, I suppose. Primarily just because you did get an achievement for finding all of the purple ones, and then that's the first red one I've seen. Don't know if there's more. Maybe there's just one in each land. But I feel like we've sort of excavated at least some of the places fairly thoroughly. To the point of almost certainly being able to say that it's not on every one of them, but I don't know. I will say that, yeah, I don't know which places I have missed a thing, if I have missed a thing anywhere. I kinda am more inclined to go to Megastructure Land to put all my flames in and see where I'm standing. I think my save file actually says how far I am with collecting things as well. There's at least some sort of way to verify whether or not I've gotten everything. But there you go. I want to say that I'm done with this land. We've seen this structure before, which at least helps with being a landmark in the sense that, you know, it's recognizable enough to say, yes, I have looked through this area before. I don't know if I went for the singular tree in the end. I'm going to regret going here because I'm 90% sure this is all just cliff, but you know, there's a chance that maybe I just missed a little ledge around here. But yeah, Yep. I think I'm good. I think I'm done. I'm ready to just real quickly turn in the flames. Oh, good, we're here. Oh, it's so loud. I get that it's a large energy gun pointing at a big pyramid for the purposes of powering it. But they could have made it a bit quieter there from the future and whatnot. I'm gonna go into the train now. And you're all going to enjoy this walk with me. So many mountains with a singular tree on top of them. In my mind, that means, ooh, one tree. I should go up there and see what's there. I was wondering what that purple thing was, but I think it's the Prometheus statue flame thing. We're leaving. Yeah. Does this screen have an indication of what we've found? Oh, it actually tells you. Oh, that's convenient. Alright, did we miss anything then? Because I wouldn't mind just real quickly. Well, it says 2 stars, but it doesn't tell you about the flames. And I'm fairly sure that we've gotten basically every star. So, I said it was useful, but realistically it doesn't quite give me the information that I'm looking for. So that's a shame.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Byron about to pop out of the megastructure with all the answers, I am sure of it. Do you know how long he's been hooked up to a big pyramid? Full of wisdom, maybe? At least a period of time. I don't really know how time passes in this game, if I'm being fully honest, but it's the first time we've seen this place at night, I think, or realistically any place at night. It's quite nice. There's a soothing calmness to it. Did we enter a laboratory in that world? I don't think we did. Do you think that matters? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's go pop in our stuff. Yeah. Oh.
My theory accounts for everything. It explains every aspect of the cosmos. There are no gaps, no errors, not even ambiguities. And it works, which is the ultimate proof. I can calculate the history of the universe from the Big Bang to the death of the last atom, but when I compare my calculations to the available data, there's one point which consistently doesn't match up. Billions of light years away in the void, there's an anomaly. It's been there since before the beginning of time, and I think it's waiting for us.
Alright. I see we finally reached the point where the crossover between the Talos Principle and Serious Sam starts to happen. I'm excited. I mean, canonically he exists in this world, as we could see from the cutout of him, so obviously that's exactly where this is going. I can't wait for Serious Sam 5X the Talos Principle 3, the video game, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting. What I am curious about, though, is, well, 2 things really. One, that one snow level. We'll get to the VTOL eventually. The one snow level. There's one snow level where I'm not sure if I found all the flames. Secondly, I kind of want to see if we can go into the gold puzzles now, because we put a lot of stars on a lot of things. We saw a vision. I'd say that's probably enough to open the door. If it's not, then we probably need more Prometheus Flameses. But I think, wait, which? Okay, yeah, this is world 1. I'm kind of hoping that I picked the world that's at least sort of close to the golden puzzle. I didn't remember which one was which, so I figured I'd just start at the start. But yeah, if it's not open, then there's at least one flame that I recall finding, and I'm not sure if I picked it up. I found it in the thumbnail save file. And I'm not 100% sure if I found it in this one. And it's the one with the... I want to say it was the one with the platforms. That I missed one there. But then there would likely be a second one that I missed. I don't know. But seeing as one of the lights hasn't been turned on yet, either that means we first need to go to the megastructure, or we missed a flame. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I'm being silly goofy, because maybe the Prometheus Flames things were just for the skips in the puzzles with the switches, because that was mentioned. I just didn't really interact with it. And maybe there's just nothing to indicate that you... If I load the quick like a thing now, do I just go back to the start? Maybe there's just no indication of how you collected all of them, because it's just effectively a hint system. Hang on. The one only reasonable thing we can do is check the achievement list. Oh god, they moved everything around in Steam. I don't know where to find things. Work on the puzzle for 20 minutes, but defy death. Don't know what that means. The puzzle. Maybe there just isn't an achievement for this. Yeah. Yeah, alright, maybe I did get all the flames. I just, oh, that's fine, I guess. We're going to the megastructure next time. And then we'll get the golden puzzles? Because I guess the triangles mean that I haven't finished with the tower or whatever. So I suppose that's a thing for... I'm just gonna jam it into this video, actually. I'm just gonna get that over with, because the megastructure... I don't care about it that much, so let's just run through that, and then next time we can do golden puzzles, which interests me significantly more.
1K, a word please.
Good.
Without the streaming.
Oh.
I'm sure you're aware that the situation in New Jerusalem is shifting. People are losing faith in the goal. You've had a part in that, and not only through your discoveries. No, not at all. I would have had the same doubts in your place. In many ways, you're entirely right. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative. And it was about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same. A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build.
I do kind of like that as a response. But this seems more... a better way of putting it.
I listened to those Alexandra Drennan recordings over and over. I just don't know if she was right about us. But maybe I did lose my way. Very well. I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Do you think that if I had picked any of the two top options, the game would have been like, see, you see my point, and then the credits start rolling and Byron is just sort of in his little dome somewhere?
Let's go. You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol.
Damn! I can't believe Alcatraz would be the one to be against protocol. Truly, his character has developmented. I do kind of like the idea that if the other options were picked, that it would just be like, yeah, you know what, we'll just leave Byron in the structure. And I'm just gonna try to convince my colleagues, including the one who's been about protocol for the whole game, that then says screw protocol, to be like, yeah, we could probably just you know, you don't need Byron that much. I could be president. Maybe I should be the new mayor or whatever celestial being of... Oh, this looks nice, actually. Hang on, let me appreciate things every now and then. Like, in this context, I don't mind everything being huge, because we're going fast and we can still very clearly see everything and the scale that it represents. Plus, can you imagine the shenanigans if we had a car? The amount of ridiculous jumps that we'd be able to do. I can't wait for the Serious Sam 2 buggy DLC is what I'm saying. I want one of those weird spaceships from Serious Sam 2 that everyone forgot about. The ones where you can, like, basically a ghost or whatever it was called from Halo. I also don't know what things are called in Halo anymore, so that doesn't really help.
Sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We
Wow.
went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
Yeah? No. I was for a second worried that the following of the sprite would be, you know, leading us to the only possible choice, and then ooh, a door on the side. Maybe I could go through that door.
Must free him. He cannot free himself.
Well, I believe in Byron personally. He seems like he's having a good time in here. Hey, it's me.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something. I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine. A dream-given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
I had to know. That was a part of me that couldn't let that one go. Also, it created the bridge by itself, which I think is probably the best bridge puzzle we've seen so far. And I can appreciate that.
Whoops.
Whoops, indeed.
Still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
He's talking to me like I'm some sort of puppy. And I can appreciate that, because, quite frankly, I can't be left to my own devices. We've all seen what happens. Let's move on. If this is the first time the megastructure doesn't just offer us a big giant hall with bridge puzzles, I will be delighted.
No.
Yes?
I cannot allow this.
Ah.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you, and it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
It's me! We're starting the game all over again. For 1001.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you. We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find. And even harder to fix. It's been several weeks.
No.
He's fine, don't worry. A lot has changed. While you were asleep, the idea of the goal cracked and then broke. People decided they wanted change. They wanted the ideals of Athena, not the founder. A better world of growth and exploration, but without the mistakes of the past. And so they turned to Byron, who never wavered in his beliefs. He's mayor now. The question is, what do you plan to do now?
Gold puzzles.
And what about the theory of everything? Good. I didn't want to push you, but I agree. Like you said, the alternative would mean giving up who I am, and I shouldn't have to do that. Baron's waiting for you outside, by the way. We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
I helped Byron get elected mayor. I helped with that, you see. I think there's a different achievement for a different character to be elected mayor as well. Oh, we can actually go in here now, that's new. We can still only walk, but we can read these. And these. So that's nice. I think that's the only thing in this room. Can we go any further here? No. This is all pretty much still the same place, just with one extra door that opens. So that's good. Now, this looks different than oh no, I guess this looks like how I remember it. It's just that we saw a cutscene and then we sort of teleported into a different location last time.
Hello, 1K.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
It's still strange when people call me that. You know, it's funny. Asking you to come along on the expedition was an impulse, but it was probably the most momentous decision I made. You changed everything. But the story's not over yet. We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being. Athena's dreams. A recursive loop of hopes and fears. And my own foolishness. For thinking I had been abandoned. When I had been given a chance to grow up. To stand for my own ideas. Well, luckily this time we shouldn't have any trouble getting another expedition approved. I hear the mayor is a big fan of Athena and is very interested in her theory of everything. In fact, I think he's having a VTOL prepared as we speak. There's just one thing you have to take care of first.
Gold puzzles.
Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
We have different priorities, Byron. And I suppose as mayor, it's probably for the best that you do. But I think you should consider the gold puzzles. I genuinely don't remember this character at all.
Good to see you up and awake, 1K.
Oh, you.
I'm hoping you're assembling your team to finally unravel the theory of everything. I'd love to get my hands on that data. Excellent. Good luck with the rest of your mission, 1K.
Very good. It's quite a nice view, actually. We didn't really get to appreciate this view from the cutscene because there was like a big Prometheus suddenly showing up. But now we can actually see the place a little bit. That's nice. It's a bit hard to read all this stuff, but it has faded away a little bit in time, I suppose. However, can we appreciate the view even more from up close? Seemingly not as much as I would like. Oh well, and we just sort of got pulled into this train.
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No.
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty.
It's just a nice little train ride, isn't it? Alcatraz has his own kind of vibe going on for him. I kind of get where he's coming from. But I do like excitement. Now you two go walk in that direction. Just like the last time I took this train.
I'll see you at the VTOL.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Go disappear into the darkness. As everyone always does whenever I take this dang train. I think that's new. We can all share in abundance.
Things are finally getting better.
Yes.
Attention all citizens. A scavenging expedition to the western ruins will set out next week. If you'd like to participate, please get in touch with Garrus.
I'm gonna leave this for next time. Am I? No. Am I? Yes. I'm gonna leave this for next time, and I'm gonna take genuinely some time to walk through all the this big town and genuinely make an attempt to really talk to everyone. I'm gonna say that that's probably against my better judgment, but we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. I'm gonna give it one more chance. We'll see. But also I just need a break. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we're gonna go through New Jerusalem and talk to everyone. And maybe do some golden puzzles. We'll see if we have access to it. I'm more excited about that than anything else. Even if there's at least a good chance that I'm gonna jump over all of them. And just press the exit switch and then go to the next land. But I might not. And that's pretty good. That's a pretty good prediction. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.